Ever wondered how the food you eat transforms into the energy you need? This miraculous process is called metabolism. It's the unsung hero of life, a complex network of chemical reactions that happens within every living cell. But what exactly is metabolism? Well, in the simplest terms, it's the body's method of converting everything you eat and drink into life-sustaining energy. It's like your body's personal power plant working around the clock to keep you going. This intricate process involves two core parts: anabolism and catabolism. Anabolism is the building up of complex molecules from simpler ones, a process that usually requires energy. Conversely, catabolism is the breaking down of complex molecules into simpler ones, releasing energy in the process. This energy is then harnessed by your cells to support everything from movement to thinking. So metabolism is essentially your body's way of converting food into fuel. The first step in this incredible process happens in the electron transport chain. Picture this: a bustling city at night, all lit up with energy pulsing through its veins. That's the electron transport chain, a series of protein complexes and electron carrier molecules within the inner membrane of mitochondria, the powerhouse of our cells. In this vibrant cityscape, electrons are passed along a chain of proteins like a relay race, each transfer releasing energy. This energy is used to pump protons across the mitochondrial membrane, creating a gradient. It's like pushing water uphill against gravity. It takes work, but it's worth it because this is how we charge up for the next step. What makes the electron transport chain fascinating is its efficiency. It's a well-oiled machine, a masterpiece of nature, designed to extract maximum energy from electrons. Each protein complex in the chain has a specific job. Some accept and donate electrons, others pump protons, and some do both. It's a coordinated dance, every move perfectly timed, every step flawlessly executed. The electron transport chain is not just about energy generation, it's also a safety mechanism. By passing electrons along the chain, cells prevent the formation of harmful free radicals. These are unstable molecules that can damage our cells and contribute to aging and diseases. So, this process is not only fueling our cells, but also protecting them. And what about the end of the chain? What happens when the electrons have run their course? They are accepted by oxygen, the final electron acceptor, forming water. This is why we breathe in oxygen. It's not just for us to live, it's for our cells to function, to keep the electron transport chain moving, to keep us energized. So in a nutshell, the electron transport chain is like the battery charger of your cells. It's where your food gets converted into usable energy, where electrons are passed along and protons are pumped. It's the first step of an intricate process that keeps us alive, keeps us moving, and keeps us thriving. And it's happening right now in every cell of your body. Next, we move to oxidative phosphorylation, the second step in the metabolism process. This is where the magic truly happens. Imagine oxidative phosphorylation as a busy factory, a powerhouse that keeps our cells up and running. So what exactly is oxidative phosphorylation? Well, it's a metabolic pathway. That's a fancy term for a series of chemical reactions in the body. But this isn't any ordinary pathway. This one's special. It's where our cells use enzymes to oxidize nutrients, releasing energy in the process. This energy is then used to reform ATP, or adenosine triphosphate, the primary energy carrier in all living organisms. Now you might be wondering, why is this so important? Well, without oxidative phosphorylation, our cells wouldn't be able to produce enough energy to function properly. It's like trying to drive a car without enough fuel. You won't get very far. And just how does this process work? It's actually pretty amazing. The nutrients we consume, like carbs and fats, are broken down into a molecule called NADH. This molecule then donates electrons to the electron transport chain, a group of proteins embedded in the inner mitochondrial membrane. As electrons move down the chain, they release energy. This energy is then used to pump protons across the membrane, creating a gradient. And here's the kicker: the protons then flow back across the membrane, driving the synthesis of ATP from ADP and inorganic phosphate. So, in essence, oxidative phosphorylation is like a turbocharger for your body. It takes in nutrients, revs up the metabolic engine, and spits out energy. It's what keeps you moving, thinking, even breathing. It's the reason you can run a marathon, solve a crossword puzzle, or simply enjoy a beautiful sunset. In conclusion, oxidative phosphorylation is more than just a step in the metabolism process. It's a vital part of life as we know it. Without it, we wouldn't be able to do most of the things we take for granted every day. Oxidative phosphorylation is your body's turbocharger, speeding up the process of energy creation. But how do these processes connect? Let's look at the correlation of metabolic processes. The electron transport chain and oxidative phosphorylation are two metabolic processes that work hand in hand like a well-oiled machine. They are interdependent, and the success of one means the success of the other. Think of the electron transport chain as a relay race. The race begins with electrons, which are passed along a series of proteins within the membrane of the mitochondria. As the electrons are transferred, they provide the energy needed to pump hydrogen ions across the membrane, creating a gradient. This is the first half of the race. Now let's move to the second half of the race, oxidative phosphorylation. Here's where the hydrogen ions that were pumped across the membrane come into play. They flow back down their gradient, much like water flowing down a hill. As they flow, they pass through a protein complex known as ATP synthase. This flow of ions provides the energy needed for ATP synthase to attach a phosphate group to ADP, creating ATP, the energy currency of the cell. So you see, the electron transport chain and oxidative phosphorylation are inextricably linked. The electron transport chain creates the gradient that oxidative phosphorylation uses to create ATP. Without the electron transport chain, oxidative phosphorylation would have no gradient to use, and without oxidative phosphorylation, the electron transport chain would have no way to convert the energy it produces into a form that the cell can use. These processes are like two dancers performing a beautifully choreographed dance. The electron transport chain starts the dance, creating the gradient, and oxidative phosphorylation finishes it, using that gradient to create ATP. They rely on each other to complete the dance, and the dance is not complete until both have played their part. In the grand scheme of things, these processes are not just isolated events, but are interconnected parts of the vast and complex world of metabolism. They work together to ensure that our cells have the energy they need to function, grow, and replicate. These processes are like two sides of the same coin, each one vital for the successful operation of the other. Now that we understand the process, let's discuss why metabolism is so crucial to human life. Metabolism is the engine that drives our existence. It's the sum of all chemical reactions in our bodies that keep us alive and functioning. It's how we transform the food we eat into the energy we need to power everything we do, from thinking to running a marathon. But metabolism isn't just about energy, it also plays a pivotal role in our weight and physical health. The rate of our metabolism determines how quickly we burn calories. If you have a high metabolic rate, you might find it easier to lose weight and maintain a healthy physique. On the other hand, a slow metabolism could make weight management a challenge. Beyond weight, metabolism influences our overall well-being. It affects the functioning of our organs, the strength of our immune system, and even our mood. For instance, a well-regulated metabolism ensures the efficient use of nutrients, leading to optimum growth and repair of body tissues. It also helps in the elimination of waste products, preventing potential harm to our bodies. But what happens when this intricate system goes awry? Metabolic disorders resulting from the disruption of these chemical reactions can have serious consequences. They can lead to a range of health problems, from diabetes to heart disease, and impact our quality of life. However, by understanding our metabolism, we can take steps to keep it in balance. A balanced diet, regular physical activity, and a healthy lifestyle can help optimize our metabolic processes, ensuring we get the most out of the food we eat and the energy we expend. In essence, metabolism is the symphony of life, playing out in every cell of our bodies. It's the delicate dance of chemical reactions that fuels our existence and shapes our health. Metabolism, therefore, is not just about burning calories, it's about the very essence of life itself. In conclusion, the process of metabolism is a complex yet fascinating phenomenon. We've journeyed together through the intricate pathways of the electron transport chain and oxidative phosphorylation, understanding how they fuel our bodies with the energy we need. We've unraveled the interconnectedness of metabolic processes, revealing how our cells are constantly working, transforming, and balancing to sustain life. We've also delved into the profound impact of metabolism on human health, highlighting the crucial role these processes play in our well-being. From the food we eat to the air we breathe, every aspect of our lives is touched by the magic of metabolism. So, whether you're a seasoned biologist or just a curious mind, there's always more to uncover about the incredible machinery of our bodies. Let's continue this journey of discovery together. Remember, the more you learn about the body, the better you can take care of it. Subscribe for more because you won't find me later.